Hi, this is video 20 in the series, and I've moved out into the shop now. To give you an idea what I'm working on is I need to make the fixture and then actually drill and tap the 4 holes in the piece of stock that I'm going to use. And let me switch over to the camera. Oh, first off, the drawing that you see in eMachine Shop, the left side here is the CAD drawing that I need to drill and tap the holes. It's just gonna move from location to location, and then I'll drill and then go ahead and ridge and tap those 4 holes. This next drawing here is to make the standoffs on the fixture plate. The center holes were drilled 1/4 inch and just drilled. The bolts come through for the backside into the piece of stock. So the way I've decided to go about this is I'm going to machine the back of this part first in the actual vise, and then once the back of the piece of stock is machined, it'll fit to the fixture, be bolted on, and it won't have to come off the fixture again until the complete part is done. That'll keep everything lined up. The bolt holes on the fixture are all lined up with the way the block is milled, so everything will square up each time I put it back in the vise. Let me switch to the camera. If I can find the button here. I had to move everything out in the shop to do this. Basically, here's my piece of stock that's going to end up somewhere inside there is this part. Okay. I just got to get rid of all this metal and find it. This is the fixture, and the fixture, first off, the piece of stock will be drilled and tapped, okay? And then this plate will come off, and it'll lay flat, be chucked up flat in the vise to hold the stock, and the bottom drawing to be the first section. I know this isn't pretty, it wasn't intended to be, I just hogged something out. I just needed a riser here so I had clearance for the cutter and the chips to clear. This will be bolted on once they're drilled and tapped, and then for machining the top, this will just be held in the vise jaws, okay, and then for milling front and back, when it actually gets stood up to do this section and this section, then it goes on this plate, and the plate gets fixed in the vise jaws. See if I can get this together here. Upside down. Now the actual plate does nothing but hold it straight up and down. The fixture is milled to hold the part square. So to do, say for instance, let me see how this fits on here. I dropped one of the bolts. Okay, this fits right like this. So when it's tucked in the jaws and this side is machined out, this bolt will have to be out of the top because it's going to come into this area and I want to hit the bolt 3. By then, there's not going to be that much stock left here. And it's going to take out half of this riser. Then this block, the whole block will come off, be flipped over, and it's this edge here resting on the top of the vise jaw that squares it, not this block. The block's not sitting in the bottom of the vise. This is sitting on top of the vise jaw, and the vise is actually squared and trued up to make sure that the top of the stationary jaw is perfectly parallel. So then, like I said, this will be then taken loose. Probably repetitious, but taken loose. Turned over. Then the other side will be machined. And that'll be the final steps of it. So the way I'm going to go through this, I've already, like I said, I wasn't going to bring up writing the code and D2 and C and everything just to make a fixture, but that'll give you an idea what it looks like. So once the piece of stock has had the bottom machined and it's bolted on here, it won't come off until it's done. And these are the pieces to hold everything straight and parallel. So I guess that's it for this video. I'll give you a quick look around the shop while I got a camera hooked up. If I can get this. Alright, all this stuff I've had to hook up out here, so if I can move out. I got it on a tripod because I'm the shakiest person in the world. Back in the computer screen that you see back in the corner, there's the ZX45. There's my CNC lathe, the brown lathe in the enclosure. Then my Shoreline mill. You can't see it way back in the back, all the way back in the back corner is the Shoreline lathe. Here's the ZX45 that I'll be actually making this part in. And then just the rest of the equipment, parts washers, sanders, welders, press, quick tour, old milling machines, old drill press. There's actually my old red Harbor Freight I started with. I had a nice little shop here, just kind of small, so I just move things, make sure I keep things clean because I can't get around in there very good. So that's it for this video. Next time I will bring up making the G code for going into D2 and C. I make the G code to do the bottom, and we'll go ahead and bolt the stock up and fill out the bottom of the part. And I don't know if I'm going to video the whole length of doing that. Maybe just do it in snapshots. We'll see how it goes, because that would be a lot of uploads to do to YouTube. So that's it for this one.